Give me your prediction for this game. If you can, give me a score, because I'll give you a score. I got a score.
I bet you do got a score. You come
I'm
locked and
prepared
loaded all the time. I know you do. I know when you always come loaded for a show. You're like, yeah, so let's go. I'm like, you got shit up your sleeve. So prediction of this game is I have the Niners winning. I think it's going to be a close one. I really do believe it's going to come down to our defense. And really, when we go back and forth on what the offense is going to do, how Kyle is going to run his offense, the truth of the matter is that this team is built by the defense. That's what's going to get us to the Super Bowl. That's what's going to get us past the Lions. It's about this defense, because if the defense has a bad day, I don't care what we're doing on offense. All right. You can't punt on defense. That's the beautiful thing about our team. While our offense, for all of the weapons that we have, when they sputter, they get to mess up 3 times in a row and punt the ball. You don't get to do that on defense. If you screw up 3 times in a row, that's a first down or possibly a score. And there's no feeling out process on defense either. We got to start hot against these boys because they got 2,000-yard rushers. All right. There's no freeze out on defense where we are just cold all of a sudden. All right. Because you got to hunt what you eat on defense to even get off the field. So for this one, I'm calling it 27-25 Niners.
Interesting. 2-point game.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one in my opinion.
I can see that. I mean, to me, the Niners should win this by more. Doesn't mean they will, because I mean, a lot of people thought the Niners should beat the Packers by a ton, and they didn't, because the Niners have this tendency every once in a while to sort of make mistakes and beat themselves.
Play down to their opponents.
Yeah, they do it. But I don't think they will this week. I think they got it out of their system last week. Maybe you call it rust, rain, whatever. But I think they're going to put up more than 30. Okay. I'm not necessarily confident the Lions are going to do what I suggested on defense. I kind of feel like Aaron Glenn's going to do what Aaron Glenn does and rush a lot and see what happens with that. I would highly recommend you don't do that, Aaron. I'm talking to you directly. Don't blitz. Don't do it. But I think he will. I think the Niners will score 31. I think they'll win 31-23.
Okay.
Maybe I'm underselling the Lions offense, but on the road, on grass,
I don't see it coming from that passing game. That passing game isn't enough to take on the road.
You got a tight end and a nah. It's
a little piecemeal. It is. They're a couple of players away.
You don't have Jonah Jackson, and Frank Ragnar's banged up. He's going to have pressure in his face, and when he has pressure in his face, he's freaking Jimmy Garoppolo. You know?
Yeah. Golf is going to golf. That is something that's kind of getting like, it is kind of annoying, right? It's like watching like a chick that you knew that went to your school that was and then she goes somewhere else and she's like the prom queen. And you're like, I know that chick. Like, you guys don't know that chick. I know that chick. So like, it's like with Jared Goff, it's like he's getting all of this like Captain America love because of what Detroit is doing. But it's like, we know Jared Goff. We know you, Jared, from the Rams. You're just Jared. We need to start making shirts. Just Jared. That's all he is.
David Baker says there are injuries in the Lions. Doesn't matter yet. Freaking does matter. No, Jonah Jackson's a big deal. Frank Ragnow being banged up, big deal. Javon Hargrave and Eric Armstead should win this game. It's right there for him. Do it. David Baker. Grant, suggestion. Have a show where you have your co-host tell their backstory off season. Great idea.
Oh, that is.
I love that. I freaking love that. Yes. That's a great idea for the offseason. Yes. Harold McAllister, bold prediction, Buckeye bookends, both get sacks. Hey, if that happens, Niners win. Matthew Sanders, when you doubt the Niners, they respond with 40 points. Are people doubting the Niners? I'm picking the Niners.
I'm picking the Niners.
I picked the Niners to win by 3 last week. I'm picking them to win by 8 this week. Okay.
I picked them to win last week too.